attachment theory. Attachment theory is a psychological theory that attempts to describe the nature of dynamics of relationship and bonds between people, particularly long-term relationships, including those between parents and children, as well as romantic partners. However, attachment theory is not intended to be general theory of relationship but attempts only to address a specific aspect of it. How human beings respond in relationship when hurt, separated from loved ones, or perceiving a threat. Attachment theory focuses more on making sense of the way in which children have been shaped and reshaped by some forces around. Attachment theory attempts to address questions relating to: first is the reason why children behave the way they do. Second is the factors that affect their ability to form meaning and satisfying relationship with those around them, especially their parents. Third is the factors that contribute to their experience of anxiety, avoidance, and fulfillment in terms of relationships. And now, how does attachment theory describe and explain behavior? What is the best answer to this question? Is to refer to the seminal work of John Bowlby, a famous British child psychiatrist and psychoanalyst of the effects of separation between infants and their parents. Bowlby's attachment theory developed his model of attachment theory while working as a psychiatrist in a child guidance clinic in London in the 1930s. John Bowlby conducted and hospitalized children with the attempt to understand and separation, anxiety, and distress that children experience when separated from their primary caregivers, most especially their parents. The result of these studies that lead him to examine the negative effects of maternal depression, a situation in which the mother was either non-responsive or absent for a long span of time during the first 2 years of the child's life. Among the most important findings that he had discovered, the idea that children are born with an innate drive to form an attachment with their parents or their primary caregivers. Thus, for children, for instance, are frightened, they will normally seek proximity to their primary caregivers, usually the mothers, in order to receive the both comfort and care. For now, Bowlby, the earliest bonds for their parents have remained those in fact of their development, in which continues throughout their life. For this reason, the failure of children to develop a close relationship with one main figure, usually the mother, will have negative impacts of their life, such as causing a decline in intelligence. Second is depression. Third is aggression. Fourth is delinquently affectionless. Psychopathy, a situation is one not considered about the feeling of the others. For sure, the quality of attachment has a critical on development and has been linked to various aspects of positive functioning psychological. In fact, the core of attachment theory is the idea that primary caregivers who are available and responsive to a child's needs allows to develop a sense of security. This is because the child knows that the caregiver is dependable, which then creates a secure base for the child to freely and confidently explore the world. Attachment and making begin to develop a sense of trust in their mothers simply because they can depend on their mothers in times of need. While infants still accept care from other people, they become better at distinguishing between familiar and unfamiliar faces. Infants also respond positively to primarily caregivers, especially the mother. Clear-cut attachment. In this phase, established infants will show attachment and preference for one specific caregiver, particularly the mother, and will experience separation and anxiety when the mother leaves. The infant will approach when separated from the mother and display anxiety around strangers. Formation of reciprocal relationship. In this point, the infant begins to form the strong emotional bonds with caregivers other than the mother, such as father, grandparents, and older siblings. Infant can now understand when the mother is leaving and when she will become clear-cut attachment. In this phase, established infants will show attachment and preference for one specific caregiver, particularly the mother, and will experience separation anxiety when the mother leaves. The infant will approach when separated from the mother and display anxiety around strangers. Formation of reciprocal relationship. In this point, the infant begin to form strong emotional bonds with caregivers other than the mother, such as father, grandparents, and older siblings. Infant can now understand when the mother is leaving and when she will be coming back. Furthermore, the infant has developed a sense of security because even if the mother is not physically present, he is assured that the mother is always there for him. Hence, when caregivers respond quickly and consistently, children learn that they can depend on them. Bowlby, his internal working model, is the essential foundation of attachment, may fail to develop the sense of trust needed to form an attachment.